To reach net zero by 2050, we'll need 4 times more biofuels than we do today. 94% of US biofuel is made from corn, but to plant 4 times more corn, we will need to deforest 108 million acres of land, release 60 million more pounds of fertilizer every year into waterways, and pay for it all with $21.6 billion of new corn subsidies every year. But we have a solution. We
We
are
are
GreenWave.
GreenWave.
We
We
make
make
biofuels
biofuels
from
from
invasive
invasive
plants.
plants.
Now let's dive into the technical parts. Our production process begins with the preparation of biomass. First, we prepare the biomass by removing unwanted materials such as dirt and rocks using high-pressure water jets. Then, we dry the biomass to remove moisture and grind it into fine particles using cutting machines. Increasing the surface area for chemical reactions enhances the effectiveness of the subsequent steps. Once the biomass is ready, it enters Module 1A, where ultrasonic cavitation, a process using high-energy sound waves, breaks open plant cells. This releases oils and sugars while maintaining their chemical integrity. This is a highly efficient process and promises higher yield. In Module 2, we utilize a biocatalytic membrane system that contains enzymes which breaks down and separates oils and sugars into smaller molecules such as glucose and xylose. These molecules can be converted into biofuel in the following procedure. This technology reduces processing steps, integrating both hydrolysis and filtering into a singular station while being cost-effective due to the adoption of reusable enzymes. Next, the process splits into two different paths. Module 3A converts the oil into biodiesel for a chemical reaction called transesterification. Meanwhile, Module 3B ferments the sugars into bioethanol, a type of biofuel that can be blended with petrol to form petrol blends such as E5 and E10.
We provide value to fuel blenders, pharmaceutical companies, and the wider public. Fuel blenders mix bioethanol and biodiesel with gasoline stock and acquire tax credits called RINs that they can profit from by selling. Because the government gives more valuable tax credits for blending more environmentally friendly fuels, blenders profit more by blending our biofuels than corn-based ones. Pharmaceutical companies who purchase our glycerol will not only improve their environmental profile by switching away from traditional oil-based glycerol, but will reduce their reliance on oil giants they used to source from. Finally, for governments that let us harvest invasive plants from their public lands, they can reduce the $26 billion bill governments in North America currently pay annually on preventing or removing invasive plants. According to McKinsey, biofuels growth will be driven by sectors that can't realistically replace oil with electricity, such as maritime shipping, aviation, road transport, and chemicals. Biofuels will easily integrate into their existing combustion engines and logistics networks. These sectors are fueling the $99.3 billion global biofuels market, growing at 11.3% a year. Our SAM is $882.91 million, limited geographically to Georgia and our product line of bioethanol and biodiesel. We aim to collect our SAM, 2.16% of our SAM, in 10 years, held back by the high cost and lengthy process of constructing a biofuel refinery. Georgia is the best target market in North America for biofuels, with the world's busiest airport in Hartsfield-Jackson International, and the U.S.'s third busiest port at Port Savannah, and the U.S.'s busiest trucking hub in Atlanta.
Using invasive species allows otherwise twisted biomass at low prices and outcompete all our corn-reliant cellulosic bioethanol competitors such as Novozymes, ADM, and Valero. Their production process caused agricultural pollution, have unstable corn prices, and a minor impact compared to us.
In refining the Lotus plant, GreenWave studies yielded 26% bioethanol compared to the reported 29% of corn-based bioethanol. Our innovation entered the second stage of the ST Yao Science Award. We have also been endorsed by various experts in the field, such as Dr. Hu from SIT and Dr. Guo from Sinopec.
Biofuel prices consistently go through booms and busts dependent on the health of the wider economy. So we ran a regression projecting bioethanol prices across all economic conditions for the next decade. By also projecting our cost per gallon for the next decade, we found our total cost per gallon was always lower than the minimum projected bioethanol price of $2.11. Furthermore, even in the worst year, 2028, our total cost per gallon of $1.30 still outperformed corn at $1.46. Why? Firstly, our biomass is much cheaper at 2 cents a gallon versus corn at 94 cents a gallon, as we don't plant and grow invasive plants, we just harvest them. Second, our much more efficient refining process results in a refining cost per gallon of 10 cents against corn's 34 cents. While labor is still higher than corn in the worst year, 2028, we only start scaling production in 2029, and our labor costs will fall dramatically from $1.18 to 25 cents once we do so. Finally, we are confident in our cost projections because all our costs are under our control, whereas our competitors are subject to the unpredictability of corn markets.
Our team's strength lie in our complementary skill sets. Thomas first recognized the need for alternative biofuels and designed the integration of new technologies in ultrasonic cavitation and biocatalytic membranes to traditional biorefining processes. However, the idea could not survive without capturing the value it produced. Me and Daniel have our strengths in marketing and financing, and we designed the business model, go-to-market plan, and funding plan to overcome the biofuel market's cyclical nature and high startup costs.
Because of the high upfront costs and risks of a refinery, we'll phase development. First, we'll seek a $500,000 SBIR grant to optimize our biorefining process for commercial use, and partner with the University of Georgia or Georgia Tech, who've previously collaborated with the Department of Energy, Chevron, and Imperial College London to advance biofuels research. After that, we'll join an accelerator linked to a VC, such as the Tech Wildcatters, Impact Ventures Accelerator, or RevTech Ventures, to access $500,000 of Series A funding to launch a pilot refinery. Finally, we'll seek $2 million in Series B funding from 5AM Ventures, Alex Ventures, or Aristos Ventures to scale to a commercial refinery.
GreenWave contributes to UN Sustainable Development Goals 7 and 12. Goal 7 aims to create a clean and affordable energy supply. GreenWave's biofuel enables sectors that can't easily electrify to decarbonize, while also expanding energy affordability as our biofuels are fundamentally low cost. Goal 12 aims for conservation of our natural resources for the benefit of future generations. By using invasive plants for biofuels, we can produce power for our ecosystems without industrializing them. Furthermore, by removing invasive plants, we're revitalizing native ecosystems, preserving health carbon stores, timber, biodiversity, and even soil and water quality. While biofuels won't address every sustainability challenge we face, it's our one piece of the climate puzzle.